Being in the workforce and staying sober. Should you tell a supervisor if you're in recovery? That's a tough question. I'm here to help. My name's Mike. I'm a recovering alcoholic and addict. I'm not a licensed professional of anything. I'm just a guy with a problem that made it through the other side that wants to share my experience. No better place for me to discuss this than me being at work right now, which I've been very blessed to get employment after all my shenanigans. And it's a hit or miss with that whole subject. I know for a fact it's not a one-size-fits-all. I know that for an absolute fact. And from my experience, I know that there are jobs that welcome folks who are in recovery. If you have any experience in halfway houses, usually there are lists that have of companies that welcome not only felons but people who are dealing with addiction problems. And usually not people while in their addiction, but people who have recovered, who are trying to get back on their feet. Now, there are companies that will help you out. Do you want to tell everybody that you're in recovery? No. No. There are some cats out there that are just there to collect information on other people, and when the time is right to make them look better, they use it on the person and say, yeah, this dude's got a drinking problem, this person that got that going on, that person's got that going on. And so you're an opportunist's wet dream if you go around telling that to everybody. I don't recommend you sharing that information with everybody. When it comes to supervisors, I don't think it's a good idea. They don't have to know about it. I was in an experience where I was at a job and I had to be back at the place I was staying at by 10 o'clock at night, and they let me out at 8:30, and I just told them, the company, that I have an obligation at 10 o'clock that I have to be to it every night. And I wasn't lying. I'm obligated to get into my place of residence while I'm not on the street. So I wasn't lying, So that's a lot of things to keep in consideration. Here's one big interesting fact, though. Alcoholics are protected under the Disability Acts. So that means that being an alcoholic is considered a disability, and so there's a lot of confidentiality things going on right there that the company has to keep their mouths shut on if you are an alcoholic or an addict. And some companies, depending what they are, they have to hold certain accommodations for you if you tell them you're an alcoholic, which I don't understand exactly what that means. You might want to go down that rabbit hole and see exactly, what that entails. In the state of California, if you are part of a company that has 25 or more employees, they do have to accommodate you to help you get drug and alcohol treatment. I did not know that when I was at my last job. I came up and I told them, I said, hey, I have a drinking problem. They're like, nothing we could do. And so I had to quit my job so I could go to a county-ran rehab, which saved my life, but it's county-ran rehab. I mean, any rehab is better than no rehab, right? So keep that in mind. If you're part of a company and they have more than a certain amount of employees, they have to accommodate you if you're fighting the fight, man. So keep that in mind. But here's the thing. Recovery is personal, and it's not the same every day all the time. You're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days, and you don't need people looking at you and you feeling like there's judgment going on. You're judging yourself enough as it is, and you really don't need to tell anybody. You're good if you keep working. You're going to wind up making friends, and you're going to be catching on that there's people with the same stories or similar stories, or family members fighting the same fight. as you get more and more familiar with everything at the company. So my advice is keep your ears open, keep your heart open, be patient with yourself, and no, nobody has to know that you're in recovery, because a lot of people don't understand the type of courage it takes to be in recovery. I hope that was a lot of help. I feel helpful helping you, and that's the important thing.